Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we are reading for February 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th. That's Monday through Thursday. Now, you know when I do my readings, I use my Radley Valentine decks. Monday through Thursday, I use my Archangel Power Tarot cards for the main reading. I will pull one from my Angel Tarot cards. I'll also pull one from my Emily Anderson Crystal deck. Now, I have prayed, meditated, and infused all the decks with Reiki energy. But remember, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest. We are trying something a little new. Now, I am an intuitive channeler. I have opened myself to my higher power, and whatever the message is, my job is just to deliver it. I don't have to understand it. Now, a couple of things about this week. One is every 4 months or so, Mercury goes through its new cycle. Now, and the reason I don't normally bring this up, well, I don't bring this up, but on the 8th, this is when Mercury's new cycle begins. Okay? Now, this is a great time to start new projects. This is a great time to put out those new goals. The other thing, though, is happening is on the 11th, the new moon is in Aquarius. Okay, now, the thing that's very important, again, that's another time to put out new goals, new starts, new beginnings, new. And remember, from the new moon to the full moon is when you request. Full moon to new moon is when you get rid of stuff. So this is a new moon in Aquarius. And this is very, very big because we have Saturn in Aquarius. Remember, reality versus illusion. We have, and that's where you see the reality versus illusion. And Saturn also is one of the planets one of the ruling energies for Aquarius. Then we have Jupiter in Aquarius. We also have Mercury in Aquarius, even though right now it's retrograde, and so there's a lot of karmic energy with that. Also, there's a lot of karmic energy between Jupiter and Saturn in Aquarius. So that means a lot of things that have been put out. This is, in some ways, karma is very much, you want it to be settled because we don't want to keep making those same mistakes over and over again, or those same lessons. We want to learn from our lessons. At the same time, it's a great time to ask the universe for some kind of, a little bit like, okay, have a little bit of mercy on us during this time too. Let it not be hard lessons to learn. So between Saturn, Jupiter, I'm trying to put them in order of when they went into Aquarius. So Saturn, Jupiter, Mercury, be having this karmic type of energy coming, for us to have some resolution, and we want to make sure that, there's a little bit of mercy with that it's not that they're not hard lessons and that we learn them. We also have Venus in Aquarius. And now, and we're also, so those are the 4 planets. Now we're also in Aquarius season, and now we have the new moon in Aquarius. Okay. Now, granted, it wasn't, they call this a a stellium. Oh my gosh, I can hear it in my brain. Stellium. Anyway. So the last time this happened was in 1962. Now there was also some energies, and it happened 200 years ago. So, so we have a couple of things going on with that. Now, but the thing is, and I've been posting this on my Facebook. I know not everybody goes on Facebook, and, I am looking at different platforms also. But the thing is, what happened in 1962? There was a lot of tension going on in the world, but there was also a lot of breakthroughs going on in the world. So think back, well, maybe do some researching on the internet to see what actually happened in 1962. So really, really strong stuff. Again, new stuff happening. Remember, Aquarius is about social reformation. Aquarius likes independence. Aquarius energy likes freedom also. But I keep going back to that Saturn, and I know I say it a lot, but that Saturn in Aquarius is, and as Saturn will be in Aquarius for, almost 2 years now. It's in there for 2 years to begin with, but that Saturn in Aquarius is seeing reality versus illusion. Sometimes we like our illusion. Okay? Okay. So I'm going to let it end at that for the moment, and I will be starting the readings. Thank you. Hi, my Cancers. How are you? Well, Mercury retrograde's messing with my computer, so let's see how we're doing here. My Cancers, this energy is not necessarily comfortable for you. It's one of those those lessons for you. You have, you have been kind of like the kite, and not necessarily tethered, or you felt that, that the energies have been pulling and pushing you around. I feel like you're actually going to have a little more control this week over your kite, as your kite is flying high, and it is, I see the tether. I see you actually jerking it back a little bit and getting more control over where the energies are pushing you. Now remember, we are still in Mercury retrograde, so there are things to be done. There are still lessons to be learned for you. But I do feel that this is a time of greater control, more control than you have felt in a longer time. Your kite has had too much string, didn't have its tail, or however it was. It's been a while since I flew a kite. But it's like, I feel like you are actually now pulling it, and you have more control over your life. Okay? Not always comfortable, but I do feel it coming here. More and more and more. Okay, let's see what we have for my Cancers. This one's reversed, stronger energy. Here we go. Yeah, and now I keep seeing that kite, and I see the tail is longer now, and that means, again, you can have more direction. You're going to feel like there's more direction. It's like the tail is longer, and isn't that what helps to kind of keep things in a better balance? Okay, first card is Justice. Justice, Archangel Raguel. Eights, infinity. Infinite opportunities, infinite possibilities. Archangel Raguel. Now, keep Raguel's name there for you. There could be, I don't know if there is anything going on legally. I am not a lawyer, so, I do not give law advice. But again, we are in Mercury retrograde. We do have Mercury starting its new cycle. We do have this new moon in Aquarius. We have things righting themselves. We have things putting them into better order for you. And again, just like the kite, the kite, is that an analogy? It's like I feel like the tail is longer so that you actually, and your string is taut, so you actually have more control. There is a universal karmic justice coming for you, more so this week. You should be feeling that. And again, not always comfortable, because it does make you have to do some work, my Cancers. You have to do some work with this. Now, what does that mean? There might be some looking at yourself. There might be, what are the things that I need to, I'm not going to say change per se, because that's not really it, but what are the things, what are my strengths that I could possibly improve upon? So it is too, there is a lot of this Aquarius energy making, because we're in an age of Aquarius, making you kind of revisit some of your choices or some of your future choices too, to see how to maybe, kind of like those pathways. So there's a lot of introspection this week, but because of that, there's better control over your future with this, okay? And that can be in any of those relationships. It could be your work, job, career, personal, intimate, interpersonal. It could also be family or home. I just feel this is just one of those times that, there's kind of like, I kind of feel like it's a shut up and listen. Shut up and listen. But I kind of feel like you might be saying this to others, but I also feel like this is being said to you. Here we go. And I don't mean by people, but more that divine. Here we are. Fight for justice and equality. Rulings made in your favor. Don't give up. Your next card here, Nine of Gabriel. Gabriel is fire energy. It is Aries. It is Leo. It is Sagittarius. Passionate, burning, determined. Nines are kind of wrapping things up and putting a bow on it and saying, let's get this done. But the Nine of Gabriel echoes your justice. So we have an 8-9. That might be something too. But it basically, don't give up. Stand firm. Don't crumble. This is not a week to crumble. This is a week where your kite is now flying. You've got that tail at the appropriate length. You've got that string taut, and you now can make it do what you want it to do. Okay? Stay determined and move forward. Be prepared for any possibility. Environmental activism. Now this one's reversed. Queen of Ariel. Now, Ariel is earth energy. It is our Taurus, our Capricorn, our Virgo. Very solid, tangible type of energy. Now, the queens, their underlying energy is water, which is your energy. So there is an emotional component to this. And queens, you can be a male or female. We all have a little bit of both energies, masculine, feminine energies. And this is, the queen, think of the queen. The queen is royal. The queen is regal. The queen stands tall. The queen knows how to also, the queen knows how to use sweet words to get what the queen wants. But the queen also knows when to not use sweet words, when to stay, talk firmly. The queen has, the queen is ruler. The queen rules over her family, okay? So this is my Cancers. This is kind of you standing in your power, standing in your place. I feel like the queen here is more influential than the kings would be. The queens are looking into all the different spots and the queen is also kind of, I don't know why I'm getting this, but looking at the weaknesses, and maybe it's your own, maybe it's somebody else's, and looking at the strengths. Now, Ariel, though, is earth energy, so this is a queen that's also very practical and just kind of like, what do I need to do to get things done? Again, I'm going to get the kite. The kite keeps coming to me. I know that makes me crazy when it does, but you tighten that string, so maybe you tighten your hold. You basically, again, you have the don't give up, and this is you standing in your power with this. Now, that could be in your work, a job, career, could be in your personal relationship or your family relationship too. But this tends to be more about the people around you that you hold dear. There's a lot of strength here. There's a lot of strength. I can't even convey how much strength there is. There's a lot of purpose here too. So, mature, practical, generous, happy. Nurture yourself and those you love. The ability to make anything more beautiful, practical and wise advice. Now, some people will say that this could be a person that comes into your life that brings you that. I feel, though, with this for you, that this is actually you discovering those parts of you that might have been dormant, that might have been hidden for whatever reason, okay? That might have been actually expelled, and now it's coming back, okay? And I don't know why I got the word expelled, but it was like, it's now you're integrating better. Now, this one just kind of, as I started, it popped. It is reversed. It is a 6. 6 is, number of humanity, humankind, the human condition. Air energy is our Aquarius. It's our Libra. It is our Gemini. It is our thought processes. It's, I'm kind of like feeling like you're kind of like, now I'm seeing tunnels, okay? So it's like seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, but it's not even there. It's like you know intrinsically which way you're supposed to go. You know intuitively the choices you're supposed to be making now. Again, it's, standing in your power, this piece that has been denied from you. And I don't know why it was denied, my Cancers, but it was like You had to reclaim this, Queen. You had to reclaim this energy here. And because of this, and you had to stay firm you had to stay firm in this newer strength, or this strength that was re-emerging from you, because my Cancers, you are strong, but now you can see which way to go. I'm kind of like seeing one of those movies where the person's in the tunnel with the flaming torch, and then all of a sudden the air starts to push the torch, so they say, there's air out there, and it's like, we need to go this way. Here we go. Things are looking up, the end of a difficult situation, taking a trip. So let's go on and see what crystal or energy might be helpful for my Cancers. Here we go. Let's see. Yeah, stand firm, stand strong. There's a lot of, universal karma right now. Here we go. Here we are. This one is reversed, stronger energy. Celestite. I like Celestite. Here we are. I do have Celestite. My Celestite. It's very pretty. It also sheds a little bit. So if you see little things on my on here, it's because it sheds. Here we go. Celestite, communicating with angels. Remember, Raguel. Tranquility, good fortune, deep meditation. So make sure, connect with your higher power, guardian angel, spirit guide, voice of the universe, your divine, your archangel, especially more so this week. Like I said, you're getting more control. You're getting more control. Not always comfortable, but it is what's happening. So own it. Own it. Enjoy it. It hasn't been there for a while. It hasn't been there for a while. You've been growing into it. But now, now it just seems like it's that much stronger. Anyway, remember, my Cancers, the button. Yes, take some time. Like, share, subscribe. It's all good. More importantly, my Cancers, and as always, know that you are loved. Stay shining and be blessed. Bye-bye.